was the first level where you get a color picker, so you have to change the color of the ball in order to allow it to destroy those green bricks. Something interesting about this game is that it doesn't have any kind of advanced physics engine. You can see even if a ball hits the very edge of a block, it doesn't, bounce rapidly sideways. It's just purely bouncing towards you or bouncing away from you. It's very rudimentary, predictable, basically function-based physics. Like when the ball hits a brick, change from moving away from the camera to moving towards the camera, and when it hits the side of a brick, it's going to move away from that brick at the exact same speed that it was moving towards that brick. But if it hits a corner, it's not actually going to adhere to the physics that a real round ball would adhere to. So like you might see in a game like Peggle, or a pool simulator or anything like that. Which, in a way, in my opinion, makes the game more predictable, and you're able to have more skill with it. Because even when you take a game like Peggle, which is a physics-based game where you fire a ball from the top of the screen, and much like this game, you have to try to hit bricks and clear all the bricks. That game is more about shooting the ball in a direction where it will probably hit a lot of pegs on the way down, but you can't be sure of how the physics are actually going to play out, because just like real physics, they're too unpredictable. So I do actually like the fact that you really, once you get good, you have quite a bit of control over the projectile here. In classic old game fashion, this game only saves every 5 levels. So if you were to run out of balls on level 4, you'd be back to level 1. The other interesting thing is that when the game does save, it keeps in mind how many balls you had when it saved. So you don't want to arrive to a multiple of 5 with only 0 or 1 balls left, because now you're going to have to deal with the next 5 levels starting off with no balls, which, in modern gaming is kind of unheard of. You can start from any level you want. You can start off with full balls every time, or, at the worst, it's an in-app purchase or something like this. There's no such thing in this game. You need to really be careful not to crash this ball in order to succeed at this game. And so I have a lot of respect for how difficult old games were. And the thing is, nowadays, a game as hard as this, if you've never played this may not look hard. And to me, it's not, because it's kind of second nature to me because I grew up playing it. But the interesting thing is, you get a game like this nowadays, and some kid's just going to delete the app after 5 minutes because it's too hard. And I think that's unfortunate. When I was growing up, if I got frustrated with this game and I didn't want to play it anymore, I had like 9 other games on my computer that I could play, and they were just as hard. So the reality is that you dealt with the fact that these games were hard, and you got good at them, and it was a lot more enjoyable because of that. And I kind of miss that for today's generation. So there's just a random rant for you. in levels like this, I've always had like I've always wanted to like try to get the ball trapped under there like that and just have it do the work for you. I've gotten pretty good at it. And now we're green. Oh man, it's scary though because you don't know when it's going to come back out. Should we do it again? Let's see. Yeah, look at that. It's like Wingardium Leviosa. You just gotta flick and swish the mouse. A weird diamond formation in the back of this one. Looks like a check mark. I've never really known what to make of it. Something about this game has always just been incredibly satisfying to me. I don't know what it is. Just the design of it, or the way that the bricks just disappear when you touch them rather than animating out. Which is probably done to save, save CPU cycles back then, but kind of just like the suddenness of it. There you go, checkpoint 10. Now, I am going to be ending the recording and quitting the game every 5 to 10 levels, just in case the screen recording becomes corrupt or the emulator crashes, because this game actually only saves your progress every time you quit the game, as far as I'm aware, so I quit it and then reopen it just to make sure it saves and that the screen recording is all good to go, so I'm going to do that right now. All right. Don't want to hit that yet. See, I guess it doesn't matter. The wall. They predicted the Trump presidency 21 years in advance. Although I guess the wall in this level is finished all the way, and it would have to be half finished to be accurate, but that's another story. Play sideways breakout out of boredom. Hidden treasure. This one is obnoxious to new players, and I think the first time I came across this level, I thought the game was broken. So you see, like, you get all the bricks, but the level's not ending, and that's because there are still bricks, and they're just under there. So you gotta kind of shoot the ball under there, which, again, might look easy, but I've just done this level enough times where I kind of know the bounciness you have to hit the ball in there with to be scientific. Man. It's amazing how much new players to this game struggle with just getting to level 5 because they keep dying, which I have not died yet, so if you've never seen this game before, you don't even know what happens if the ball misses the paddle, or vice versa. But it's crazy actually how difficult this game is. So now there's the introduction of keys and locks. So I just got that key in the top left corner, and you can use it to unlock a lock, basically, which we needed to do to uncover that red color changer. There's also the first level that introduces difficult to reach corners, I guess is what I would call them, where you need to put the ball into the corner and then knock the ball into the corner. And it's kind of difficult, actually. I remember really struggling with it when I was first playing this game as a kid. Here it is again, where you have to put the ball in the corner and then like knock it down in there. Oh yeah, that can happen. Instead of going all the way down in there, it just gets stuck. There we go. Now it's easy. The music to this game is actually phenomenal. Also, different versions of this game have different versions of this song. I don't know how to describe it. I've heard 3 of them. This is the highest quality version. Come on, buddy. I'm gonna wait for this to get out of here. This is the highest quality version of this song. And I think the Windows version of this song, maybe, had it sounded like a garage band, not the Mac application, but like it sounded like somebody had recorded this song in their garage using actual guitars, and it's kind of like more compressed sounding than this. And then finally there's a MIDI version of this song, and all 3 of them are a groove, but this one's the catchiest, I think. Now, this level is very rude because you have 4 corners, and the brick that will switch your ball to blue can only be found under one of the 4 corners. Now, I happen to know it's in the bottom left, but the first time I played this level, you bet your bottom dollar I started in the top left corner and went clockwise around and finally found it on the last one. And it's another one where it's hard to get the ball into the corner. It looks easy, but I swear to God, I struggled with it so much when I was a kid to get the ball into the corner. But anyways, in the absence of not knowing, or I guess with the knowledge of where the color switcher is and having gotten good at getting the ball in the corner, it is really quite an easy level, unless your ball gets perpetually stuck in the back of the level. Come on now. If this goes on for too long, at some point the ball actually pops out at you like that, and it's really hard to catch it, so you got to keep your paddle kind of over where the ball is so you don't lose the ball. Just the developers not caring. Not like they're bad developers, but just they don't care about the game being easy, which again, I'm a fan of, so. But that last level where the blue ball switcher is kind of tucked away into the corner, I don't know why, but I must have played this game when I was so young that it's like ingrained into my brain, because sometimes I see things. There it is. God damn it. You lose the ball when you're really least expecting it. Like, I really thought that I had clearance there. But anyways, that previous level where the blue color switcher is ingrained into the corner like that, it's ingrained in my brain because there will be things in real life that remind me of that level. Not because I spent a ton of time playing this game when I was a kid, but rather just because I played it when I was so young, it just became hardwired into my brain. And so now, like, when I see something in real life that's kind of tucked away into a corner in the same way, like, I actually think of this game every time. Whereas, you know, whenever I see a horse, I don't think of Skyrim, because I played Skyrim when I was a teenager, so it's just interesting. Psychology is interesting. I lost the ball in such a stupid way. I see. This is such a satisfying level design to me. And there's just something about it. Just something about getting the ball down in that corner. It just brings me satisfaction and joy. Like, look at that. Is that not satisfying? And then the sound of the bricks breaking. It just makes me happy. And I truly have no idea if you're watching this, if you immediately relate to that, or again, if it's just because this game is like built into my brain as from playing it as a child. But I don't know, this is just incredibly satisfying to me. Look at that. Getting the ball stuck behind the brick so it just destroys a whole bunch of them. I should mention I'm playing this game with a Magic Mouse, not a gaming mouse. So if you played this game before and you know how hard it is already and you weren't impressed, I'm also playing it with a Magic Mouse, so I'll let you come to your own conclusion there. Also, it's being emulated, so there's a slight lag to add insult to injury. This kind of reminds me of the hidden treasure level from earlier, level 11, I think it was. It's interesting, because this one's easier. It's interesting to me that this one wasn't first in the game. And then... hidden treasure was now, because this one, obviously, just from watching me play, is a lot easier. What level is this? Is this 19? Or 18? I think it was 19. That's the trick, is you got to get it in there kind of at a diagonal so that it does that. Gets a couple for you down there instead of just one. Yep. Alright, I'm gonna quit. And so that it saves and then reopen. Level 20. Now, if you are low on lives, this level is great because there's a brick in this level behind this lockbox that fully restores all of your energy and all of your balls. And there it is. But I only needed one ball, so it is what it is. Okay, Get Serious is the name of this level because this is the first level in the game where you can make the level impossible for yourself. And here's what I mean by that. There are red bricks in this level, as you can see, but there is no color change. There's no red ball color changer. So here is the green color changer right there. Now, if you touch that before you clear away these red bricks, the level becomes impossible. And so you actually have to quit your game and restart from level 20. Now, again, to newer, younger players out there, that might sound like bad game design, but it's not. It's very intentional. It's just the unforgivingness of older games. They intentionally made it so that you could trap yourself and the game would become impossible. And you put this game out now and it would get 1 star on the App Store because it'd be like, I can't beat level 21, man. So anyways, I love it because you have to be careful, and sometimes you will end up in a situation where you accidentally made the level impossible and you have to go back, and it's frustrating, but you know, then you beat the game and you feel really accomplished because you made it around all of the developers' traps. So this one has pretty obnoxious power-up in it that turns your ball into a constantly changing color, which is obviously needed to beat the level, but it also means that you're only going to clear a brick away 1 out of every 5 times that it hits, because if the ball doesn't happen to be on the correct color when it hits, it's not going to clear it. So it's mildly annoying, but also entertaining. 2, 3, got it on the 3rd one there. 1, 2, second one. 1, 2. Got kind of lucky that time. Sometimes you have to let it sit there and bounce 5 times before it happens to be on the correct color. In case you're not familiar with this game, I haven't really explained it. In the bottom right there, you see kind of like a power meter. That's how much holding power you have. So when you click and hold the mouse, you can see that the ball sticks to your paddle. But that is a very limited resource, and it builds back up very slowly over time. So that's why you don't see me doing it very often. And when I do it, I kind of just grab the ball for a brief second in order to get it back under control. I don't really use it to move the ball around if I can help it. I'd rather, change the direction of the ball in a more resourceful way. There's one hidden blue block right there. Yep, you gotta go change the ball again to get that one. Oh, there's 2. They like to do these, the level designer, where there are bricks that you need to hit, but you can't see them, so you kind of just have to guess. I take it for granted that I know where the red color changer is there, but gotta know it's there. Shit. Only thing funnier than 24 is 25. This one's tricky because you got quite a few blue bricks that are hidden behind the diamonds up there. I'm just remembering that I used to call these diamond bricks that are on the top third of the screen. I'm just remembering I used to call them shingles when I was a kid, and I don't know why. Maybe it's because they make a sound that kind of sounds like the word shingle when they get destroyed. This is scary. There we go. I almost missed it there. If you saw, it hit the very edge of the paddle. Got to be careful with sending the ball out of control like that. That's twice. Yeah, it doesn't sound like the word shingle, so I don't know. I mean, vaguely. It sounds like the word shingle more than it sounds like the word donut, but... Oh, this one. There are no blue bricks in this level, so the sole purpose of these blue color changers are to turn your ball the wrong color so that you get messed up. I've gotten pretty efficient at not getting bamboozled by them, but it's actually pretty tricky. This level always makes me think of Christmas because it's red and green. Ah! Half of the game is complete, and I've only lost one ball. It's a shame I lost that. I could have done like a 0 deaths playthrough, as if there's anybody to compete with on YouTube. Literally nobody plays this game except for me. It's almost like kids don't want to install a Mac OS 9 emulator on their Mac in order to play old games that they didn't know exist. Damn kids. Shit. Okay. I don't think there's a lot of levels where there are 2 colors in the level, and they're used kind of equally. Like on this one, the top 2 corners have blue bricks, and the bottom 2 have magenta bricks, I guess you would call them. I don't think there's... So, every 2 colors in this game go together on some level. You know, like this one is blue and magenta. There's levels with red and green, like the one just before this. I'm trying to remember. I don't think that there's a level... Oh no, I'm wrong. I was thinking that there wasn't one that is blue and red, but literally a couple levels ago, there was one that was blue and red. So I'm silly. Man, this corner is so close to your paddle that it's like really impossible to get the ball to go into the corner. I did it with no problem up at the top. I don't know why I'm having such a time with it now. There we go. Maybe. Go in. Nope. Dang it. Actually, very difficult. There we go. Four. There's 4 bricks. All right, I'm going to go get the shield recharged down there because I know there's one down there. Although, I'm going to waste more time trying to get this than I would have. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that was useless. I literally could have just done this. There we go. Now just to not crash the ball, because this is so close up next to me. This is another one of those levels where if you know where the color changer is already, it saves you a lot of time. So I happen to know it's in this corner. I think there is an extra ball under one of the other ones. Oh shit, which I might need in a second. Okay, I'm good. But I don't actually need that. Oh, there's a diamond under one of them. Okay. Look at that. I didn't remember. I think it's this one. Could be wrong. Yeah, it's got to be this one because... Yeah, there it is. $30 already. All right, I'll see you in a second. Oh, I have no shield. Okay. I forget in this game when you resume from a save and you, for some reason, you'll start off with no holding power, which is almost certainly a bug because you start off every level with full holding power no matter what it was at prior to saving or prior to beating the level. So now this is the first level where you can actually just go into the next level and not be able to beat it. So this is level 30. On level 31, the ball has to be blue. You have to go into it with a blue ball. Otherwise, you cannot complete it, and you'll see what I mean in 2 seconds here. So there is no blue color changer on this map. So if you beat that last level and your ball was magenta, you're out of luck. You got to quit and restart from level 30. Now, what makes this even more ridiculous, as you can see, is that you have to be extremely careful to nuzzle the ball into the bottom underneath that blue color or that green color changer, because if it touches, you're going back to 30. So I always try to get it into a pattern down here where I know it's not going to bounce back up like that. So hopefully this stays. I'll experiment with it by going right first, and I think we're safe. I don't think it'll bounce back out. Yeah, we're good. So now we just have to not hit that green one here. This should be easier, theoretically. All right, now we're super duper in the clear. I think this is the first level where the ball teleports. Let's see. Yeah. I'm actually kind of surprised that they used the same sprite for every single power-up in this game. You don't know what it's going to do. And I guess that's an intentional decision, but it seems like... I don't know. It seems like the different power-ups in this game should have had different sprites, but it is what it is. It certainly does add like a mystery to the first playthrough of this game. You don't know what the power-ups are going to do. I do know what they do because I've played this game too many times, but when I hit a power-up and it just plays a weird noise and nothing happens, that typically means that it was an extra ball power-up. But because I'm full on balls, I don't need any more balls, it just gives me points or something and plays that noise. This one's called Headache, and it kind of is. It doesn't look as difficult as it actually is, but it's annoying because the bricks are... Yeah, this happens. There's all kinds of things to mess with the color of your ball, and then it's hard to reach the color changers. Alright, let's do that. Let's get these green ones out of the way, and then we can take care of the red, covering up the middle of the screen. An odd three colors, green, red, and magenta. Oh, gosh darn it. Of course, I'm out of holding power, which makes this even more kind of like annoying to try to complete. Right, we're gonna get that center red brick last. Boom. Alright, take that. Wild Blue Yonder. This is another one where you might think that the game is broken after you get all the blue bricks, and you'll see why in a second here. So we've gotten all the blue bricks, and the diamonds are not breaking, and that is because there is a blue brick underneath this diamond right here. Yeah, there we go. You heard me get it. Once you kind of like nudge the ball behind there, it lets you get the diamonds. So, just one of those things, if you didn't already know, you would be sitting here for 5 minutes either thinking the game was broken or realizing that the game wasn't broken and that the developers are jerks. And trying to figure out where they hit it. This level is serious. You can very much mess this level up. So basically, the top two magic bricks there turn your ball blue, the right two turn it magenta, the bottom two turn it green, and the left two turn it red. Which means that if you go hitting these in the wrong order, you make the level impossible for yourself very quickly. To add insult to injury, you must go to level 36 with a red ball. If you go to level 36 with any other color, you cannot complete 36. So what I always do is get these top bricks and work clockwise, just so that, you know, I can end the level with a red ball guaranteed. So we'll go ahead and do that. And I like to get rid of the magic color changer bricks just so I don't accidentally hit them. So we'll get this one, it'll turn the ball magenta. We'll get the bricks. Get the other one just so we don't hit it accidentally later. And then once we clear out these green bricks without changing the color, we can no longer make the level impossible for ourselves. Yeah, now we're good. Now the only way is to end this level with a red ball because there's no more color changers. And life is good. Seeing red is the name of the level, of course, because if you came into this level with the wrong color, it would be impossible, and you'd most likely be seeing red over that. So basically, you just clear out these red bricks and then you're good to go. But if you accidentally change the color of your ball in the process, then you're going back. It's a good old level 35. So now we're good. Now we're in the clear. Oh, this one. And even though the noises in this game are very satisfying to me. Out of holding power a little bit here. Another mystery level where you don't know where the green color changer is. It is on the left. But if you didn't know that, you might get it wrong the first try. Although not nearly as punishing as level 15 if you don't get it right on the first try. This is another one of those levels where I don't know why, but I have like a... You see how that green brick is kind of nuzzled in between those three bricks, and you can kind of see it between the diamond and the solid brick. I don't know why. That's something that I really remember that from my childhood. It's just that particular scenario where these green bricks are receded into the background, and you have to like aim the ball to go back there and get them. It's just very memorable and oddly satisfying to me to get the ball back there and break them. No trick on this one, just lots of diamonds. I think if I was feeling a little more daring, I would bounce the ball around on the inside. Ah, whatever, I'll do it. Why not? I think those are extra balls, so it's kind of stupid that I just collected them. But stupid because if I lose a ball during the course of this level, I'll wish that I had waited until then to collect the ball so that I actually could have made use of it, to be clear. That's the advantage of doing it from the side, is that you can get the ball kind of stuck under there and get a whole bunch of bricks at once. But you could spend more time trying to get the ball in there than just doing it this way. That's what the center bar at the bottom middle is, by the way, in red there, is that's your time bonus. Nothing happens if that time runs out. Shockingly, considering this game screws you in every possible way, in other regards. But, you know, you want to beat the levels with as much of that time left so that you get bonus points. The interesting thing about these last 10 levels is, one, they're incredibly difficult, and for two, you don't get a save at level 45. So you got to play from level 40 to 50 all in one go. And so we're going to do that right now. Starting off with full balls, full holding power, and so we're in good shape. And also, you can make the level impossible all the way up until level 49. So you can screw up on level 49 in such a way that you're unable to complete the level, and you would have to go back to level 40. And the way that level 49 is designed actually makes it quite likely that that will happen. So the final 20% of this game is incredibly unforgiving. You see right there, if I had changed the ball blue even, before I finished getting those red ones, you'd be SOL. You'd be restarting already. So, and that just is true throughout these final 10 levels. So you just got to be very careful and memorize what color the ball has to be for the next level, and it's all kinds of fun. Those magic bricks refill your holding power, by the way. I don't know why they put so many of them, but they did, and they are mildly appreciated, so. Now with this map, you have to end the map with a green ball, otherwise the next level is impossible. By the way, I do not have this stuff written down anywhere. I just remember it from playing this game too many times. Or should I say enough times? No. There we go. Yeah, so now we got to be very careful to make sure we end this level with a green ball. Otherwise, we are going back to level 40. And the name of the level is even Mean Green, because if you come into this without a green ball, you are going back to 40, which is indeed very mean. Once again, just so satisfying to chip away at these bricks, which are recessed a little bit into the solid bricks, and just really good graphic and level design. It's kind of funny to say about a game whose maximum resolution is 640 by 480, but it's still true. Really satisfying level design, music, sounds, graphics. Magic in the air. As soon as you hit one of those corners, you can just leave your paddle where it is, because it just ends up, no matter what you did, it just ends up right back where you started it. There's a lot of bricks on this level that turn your ball purple, and I don't really know why. Yeah, this one's mean, because there's a lot of bricks that teleport your ball. And it could teleport your ball to the worst place at the wrong time if you're not paying attention. So we'll find out what this one does. Maybe the ball has to be purple for the next level? Let's see. No? No, actually it needs to be red, so. Now this level is actually very difficult. So each one of these top layers up here, I think they contain about 5 color changing magic bricks each, which are single use. And this level is comprised of 5 layers of colored bricks. So you have to make sure that you don't use up all of these color changing bricks before you're able to change the ball enough to complete the level. So. Green, red! Ah, see, I did it. I wasted a red color changer and a blue one by definition. So we're going to go over here and see if we can find one. This is another one where you could be going back to level 40 if you're not super duper careful. Red. See, I got lucky there. I'm honestly being careless. I mean, we've used up half the bricks and I've only gotten one of the 5 layers of bricks on this, so it's pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie. Alright, I'm gonna let my holding power build back up here a little bit, because I want to be able to turn this ball blue and grab it when it does. Yeah, there we go. Alright, we're getting lucky, so now we just need a green one and a magenta one after that. Actually, I think there's only 4 colors in this game. I've been thinking that there's 5, but there's 4, because there's no yellow bricks. There's no yellow or orange. I think it's just blue, green, red, and magenta, which is interesting. I've never actually thought about that before. Alright, let's see if we can get a green out of this one. Nope, magenta. Green, okay, so now we just need a magenta color changer in the top corner up there, which shouldn't be too hard, again, unless we are careless and don't grab the ball as soon as it turns magenta and move it away. Okay, we're good. We're not going back to level 40, but we got pretty close to it for the amount of times I've played this game. I should be better. Not again. So in this one, the middle two magic bricks will make your ball turn every which color, which you kind of want to avoid because it's annoying, so you have to try to use these corner ones as a priority. So, if you accidentally hit those middle bricks, it's not game over, but this happens, where your ball starts changing colors. And then you'd have to, wait several bounces on each one, like this. And that's annoying. So you try to do the level without that happening to save time. And yeah, see, by the way, we just passed level 45, and if you notice on the top right, it did not save, so gotta be careful. This level is called Coffee Break, and there's no trick to it. It is literally just a coffee break. Just lots of diamonds for you to hit. And I think those bottom three magic bricks are extra balls, which we don't need. I'm really sad I lost that ball on level 16 or whatever it was, because this would have been a zero death playthrough had I not lost that ball. I'll let somebody be inspired by this video to do a zero death playthrough. No Mercy, which is called that because you cannot make a single mistake on this one. There is one color changer brick for each layer of bricks. So once again, I mean, we're up at level 47 here, and if you make a single stupid mistake, you are back at 40. And it doesn't even have the courtesy to automatically put you back at level 40, by the way. You have to actually press Command W and reload from the save yourself, which just makes it all the more painful for whatever odd reason. Now, granted, it would be pretty hard to mess this up as an experienced player because the bricks are pretty far away from each other. I should say the magic bricks are far away. As long as you hit them and just move right to left and then left to right, etc., you're not going to get yourself stuck, but still, if the ball gets out of control, you could conceivably end up getting screwed. So, and we're clear. Oh yeah. Don't really know what these do. Yes, that one does nothing. This one teleports your ball to the top right, I think? Yes. I think that's it. All right, now this is the scariest level in the entire game. So there is no room for error on this level at all. So when you hit these middle bricks here, these magic bricks in the middle, there's 3 of them. One turns your ball red and teleports it to the red bricks. One turns your ball blue and teleports it to the blue bricks, and one turns your ball green and teleports it to the green bricks. And that's it. So if you accidentally hit a magic brick before you're done eliminating the bricks of its color, you're going back to 40. So this is the scariest level in the whole game. So we're gonna do it. So now we have the ball down here in this corner. Again, all we have to do now is not touch those middle magic bricks until all of these red bricks here are eliminated, and then we will be good to go. Well, no, because then we have to do the same process again with red and green. All right, so we're clear on red. So we're gonna go ahead and hit this, and I think it goes to the blues now. Nope, goes to the greens. Okay, so now we just have to clear all of the greens without accidentally hitting that middle brick. And if we can do that, we are essentially good to go. This is a pretty evil level. We're going to go in from the side, because these ones are a little bit farther away from the center than the red. Like, the red is really the super tricky part. Yeah, we're good. We can't lose anymore, because we got one color changer left. And we're good to go. Look at that. So satisfying. Oh! Darn it, that's really annoying. Okay, well, that makes me feel a little bit better about losing the ball in 16 now. The end. Final level in the game, quote unquote. If you have any intention to play through this game on your own, now that you've watched this video, I recommend stopping the video now and going and playing, because well, let's just put it this way. What happens after this level is pretty cool. So this is your last chance. If you want to play through this game on your own and you want to get the satisfying ending to it without a spoiler, then stop this video, go play this game, and come back afterwards. All right, let's do it. Best level in the game. All right, so on this level, you have basically an infinite colored ball that does not change directions when it hits a brick. So it results in this very satisfying effect. Amazing. You also have infinite lives, so if I miss, it doesn't take away any lives. I think it might actually start to take away lives eventually. I'm not sure. Let's find out. No, still full. One more. Oh yeah, it does. So it cranks the number of balls you have up to 10. So actually you could get game over on level 51, which would be hilarious. But we won't do that. We'll get a high score. And that's it. Boom. There it is. Do with that what you will. That was a Diamonds 3D playthrough. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a great rest of your day.